It is Thursday morning. I've been laying in bed since 7 a.m. waiting on the kids to wake up. They're still not awake. However, I've just been laying here watching the clock tick away, and I cannot force myself to lay in bed anymore. If I wanted them to wake up, I should have just got out of bed. That is a surefire way to have them following right behind me 5 minutes after I crawl out of bed. And that is just what happened. While I was laying in bed, of course, I was scrolling my phone. I guess you could say I fell down a rabbit hole. I saw another creator say that she was pulling her daughter out of school. She was letting her daughter choose whether she wanted to be homeschooled or go to public school this year. She chose homeschooling, and everybody was attacking her in the comments, telling her that her child was absolutely too young to make that decision. And I really just do not agree with that, like at all. I think you should give your child the power to make their own decisions, with you as their parent seeing over it, of course. Obviously, if they say they don't want to go to school at all, you're not going to let them do that. But if my child tells me he wants to be homeschooled over going to public school, you can bet your buns that I'm going to be getting up every day, doing my best to teach my kids from home. It is not a decision that's set in stone. If your child decides that they want to try out public school, you can always take them back. I also strongly believe you should train your child up in the way he should go, and even when he's old, he will not depart from it. And if your children are home with you, it is all the more time that you have to raise them up in the way that you think they should be raised. I went to public school and I absolutely had the worst experience. My mom ended up pulling me out of it in high school after I was jumped in the bathroom, and I finished out my schooling with homeschool. All through elementary school up until high school, I was bullied by teachers and students. I was singled out almost every day. I was so happy when I was finally able to be homeschooled. It was so much less stress and drama. I feel like all I cared about when I went to school was what I was wearing and who I was hanging out with, who liked me and didn't like me, and that's really what you should not be worried about when you're going to school. The only things that you should be worried about is getting to class on time, knowing what you've learned, knowing what you need more work on, and focusing on learning more. And those are the only things that I want my children to worry about. I saw a lot of people say that homeschooling means your kids are doomed, and that is just absolutely not the case. My kids are absolutely just as socialized as any kid that goes to public school. They do sports, they do field trips, they do it all. And the last thing that I have to say is you should absolutely never tell a mom what she should or shouldn't do with her children unless she asks you for your opinion. So let's please stop tearing down moms for whatever they choose to do with their kids.